Happy New Year, everybody. It is me, Sandra, the enameler. Ready to start a new year. New year, new enameling projects. Everything is going to be different. Well, it's not going to be that much different. But again, I hope you all had a happy new year. And I spent yesterday kind of just organizing and cleaning my studio, making some plans. Nice quiet day. So, oh, hold on, I got to fuss with my chat. Let me do let me do a dumb computer thing. Nope. I forgot to put the chat window separately. There we go, hold on. Oh, don't go up there. There we go. I'm still, working out the kinks. Hey, Peg, how's my sound? Sound okay? Let me know, because it's because I'm doing a different microphone and it's not going through my auxiliary. And so every time I start the stream, they're like, oh, hey, it doesn't look like you have a microphone set up. So I need that confirmation that you can hear me. Then everything will be good. And last thing is, all right, that is good. Oh yeah, see? Perfect. All right, I think I'll do that. I'm trying to decide which screen I want to be looking at. And you know what? I think OBS is going to be the winner. So let me put this. No. I know, sorry everybody, there we go. Happy New Year. Now we're ready to get started. And yeah, so I don't even remember what we were finishing up the last time. Oh, we were doing sample strips. Yes, remember, I did get all the sample strips I got yesterday. I glued the magnets on and I'm kind of like playing around with them. Gonna get them on the board today. And yeah, everyone, where was that orange one that was so awesome? This one. I went to the website and it is actually, I shouldn't even tell you, you can still get it. It's in the sales section. That's all I'm going to say. So I did order myself 8 more ounces of it because that's a lifetime supply as far as that goes. So yeah, let me tell you what is going on with our new projects. We got a lot. Basically, all the stuff I was hoping to get done just for myself before Christmas, we're going to do right now. It's just a lot of stuff that I've kind of either gotten started, I've got the bases, but I haven't fused them, I've done the wires, but I haven't, so I've got an entire set. And yesterday I kind of just was fooling around, and they're nothing super fancy, but with the I got to pick up one thing for you. I'll be right back. Yes. There we go, oranges. Well, we'll start with this. Remember this necklace? I meant to get a photo of it to share with you because I actually haven't seen this necklace I finished it 100 years ago. It feels like August, September? I don't even remember. I literally finished it up, and that afternoon I mailed it off. So I actually don't even, and I took some photos of it, and but I haven't seen it since, so I don't really remember it. But when I did this big necklace, this was the drawing that I did of it. Oh, hold on, let me scooch it over here so you can see this necklace. I'm probably not going to sell this necklace. This necklace took so many hours. It would be wildly expensive, and I'm probably just going to keep it. But what I thought was, while I'm making it, what if I took some elements of the necklace and made a few smaller pendants that I wouldn't feel bad about selling in my store. So while I did this kind of afterwards. So I've got basically 3 of these bases, and that's what we're going to start with today. We have to get these fused. So I've got 3 pendants here, and you can see one is going to be pretty much like, there we go. It's going to be the butterfly. We've got, I don't even remember, the mouse is one. Is that the mouse? Is going to be a pendant. And then, what is this? Oh, yes. I don't even remember. I got to remember. This is the grasshopper. So we'll have these 3 pendants just as kind of solo items that will be available for purchase in my shop. So that is kind of what these are. And these are the things that are the least amount done. So we've got these 3 things to do. Oh, first time chatter. Hello. Friend. Hello. Oh, they are exactly 1 inch by 1/2 inch. Whatever that ends up in millimeters is that. I'm missing this one. Peach lump. Oh, I put it right here. So, yeah, so we're going to get these fused today, and we need to solder on the thing. So we've got that. And then I've also got, I'm just going to see if I can bring this over here without messing it up. I've got a whole mess of things that, let's see if I can bring them right there, that are in all different states of finishedness. I've got, we'll start from the least amount finished to the most. I've got these up here are just earrings, and I've got these really pretty, you know, it's so funny to get these top drilled peridot are very hard to find. And so I got these, and they're really tiny, but they're fine. They're going to be basically these earrings right here. We're going to do these earrings, and these are kind of like a little shape of earrings. They're more budget friendly for my store. They're fun to make, and I like to make them in all different, I call them my dewdrop earrings. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of those, and then I've just got a pair of these swirl earrings, and I actually have those, you know, when I had time in December, I thought I was going to get a lot more done, but I do have the wires for these earrings done. So we're going to bring those, and I think they should go pretty fast. Oh, happy New Year's Day. Oh, yes. Hey, Vilna. Happy New Year. And Elichin, 1968. Happy New Year. Thank you. Oh, Lisa. I wish people would just do their names, because I'm always like, oh, hey, I love dogs, heart 5728. Happy New Year, Lisa. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. I guess I just jumped right in. I should be more comfortable with chatting, but I'm working on it. Definitely working on it. So let's see if we can scooch down a little bit here. And so those earrings, easy peasy, all kind of similar colors, well, or just fun colors. So you can see I'll be doing that. And then I have these that are a little bit more far along. I've got these little moon pendant. I like these. They are ready to go on the back, and they have 1 coat of enamel on. And I'm going to do kind of purple. That needs to be gold. Let me just make a mental note. I'm going to do that really hard to use purple, and then shades of gray for that. I've got this little thing, which I'm going to have to, afterwards, I'm going to have to use my arc welder and arc weld some sort of connector on here. I'll figure that out afterwards. And that's going to be kind of a sweet little black and white and green, kind of gothic style thing. I'm not sure if I want to finish these. I don't love these, but I might as well finish them because I have the bases made. They're obviously more bumblebees. And then this pair of earrings, these pair of earrings will match this. So I've got actually the back, but I don't think I don't have any enamel on the front. So we'll do something to match what's going on with these. And then finally, we've got, these are actually have the wires already in place, and they're just ready for color. And I just need to add some color before too much longer. So I haven't even added that other one. I think this one will probably be, I already have a teal. Do I have a teal? I'm probably going to do this one in the cobalt blue. We'll see. But these will be, you know, the teal color. I think I already have one already in a teal for that. So I know not that exciting, but, and let me show you the thing that's kind of, it's simple, but I'm excited about. And in addition to all of that, that we're going to get done. If it's not too much. Is this too much to work on at one time? I've already lost those pieces. That's fine. Oh, here we are. Yeah. In addition to all of that, remember, I'm not sure if you remember, but ages ago I did, oh, obviously not that long ago, I've been really excited about bracelets lately, and I don't know if you remember this bracelet. I wore this bracelet. I went to Italy last May, and I wore this bracelet every single day because I'm like, I needed to know if this bracelet was going to be sturdy enough to sell. And I wore this climbing up to the top of that tower in Siena, the top of the Duomo. It was hot. It was beautiful. The weather was gorgeous. And I clinked it on things accidentally, and it came out really good. It didn't crack. Everything seemed fine. So I'm going to make another one of these. It's a little bit, I don't know if you remember the huge ass bracelet that I made that's really thick. This is, I feel, a little bit more wearable and something that perhaps I could sell in my store. I'm really attached to this bracelet though. And you have to have kind of a scrawny wrist to get it on. But so I have this. I've got a base. Let me just put that one away. We remember, so this is where we're going. And we're going to do another one of those. But I thought it'd be fun to do a rainbow bracelet of swirls because I have another one. And I actually had, and I know it looks like crap right now, whatever the non-swear word for that. It doesn't look great right now. This is sterling silver, and it hasn't, I've cut off all of the little connectors because this has been cast. I designed it in Blender. And when I exported it, I didn't do enough. You can see there's still, that was my mistake. I didn't do enough sides. And so you can see all the little sides, but that's fine because we're going to sand those down. And it doesn't look like sterling right now because it's just been sitting in the drawer. But once I get this all cleaned up, it will be very similar. It's actually a little bit larger than the other one because although this one actually fits my wrist perfectly, I worry that this is probably maybe a little bit too snug. So this one actually could fit inside. So it's a little bit bigger. So I think it is probably a little bit, easier to get on and off for sure. So that is what we're going to do. And remember all these, I'm using a whole bunch. And also, instead of just, trying to make a tiny pair of earrings, I'm going to use all of these colors. We're going to just basically do a whole rainbow of everything on the exterior. And then on the interior, I'm going to still do black just to keep my life easy and not a problem. So we've got the bases ready. And, I also have done the wires for the inside. I did these gosh, this has been sitting around for a couple of months now. I've got the wire, and they're in a piece of plastic. Got the wires for the interior, and we'll have to do the wires for the exterior as well. And there's going to be gold wires for all of these colors here, and then silver wires for those colors. And we'll see. This is going to be remember that crazy orange that we discovered, Coral 112 shower. It's probably not the smartest move to put it in this bracelet, and I might rethink it and do a test thing first because who knows, you can see how wildly reactive it is. It might turn black, which would be very sad, wouldn't it? Yes, it would be sad. So maybe we'll reconsider that, but it looks so nice. I guess what I could do is maybe switch one of these, do one of these with this orange or something to test it. I could do that. I probably should do that. So, but we'll see. We're not going to get to that today because I am going to take a moment and get these out of the way. These are the ones that we did. And I'm just going to put these on this thing. There we go. Put them here. These are going to be the lighter colors up here. There we go. And then these will be the darker colors. So that's why I kind of picked. It's going to be very intense. There we go. I might even switch to a slightly darker green. So yeah, probably going to go darker green, you know. We'll see, we'll see. You know how I like to change things up. So, oh, I put this in the wrong thing. All right, so we're gonna put that there. We don't need this. We don't need this right now, but we're going to just set it in this little baggie, put it over there. If we finish these bases today, we're gonna start prepping this. So that is kind of the overflow of what is going to happen. So I'm going to just take another moment. Although this purple is really nice. Is it even worth it? No, because I don't want to do gold wires with that. So that is fine. Let me just take a moment, get these out of here. You know what? I'm going to grab the other tray. Sorry, there's a lot of to-ing and fro-ing. It's all about tray management. Yeah, this is better because this has kind of a rubber base. So when I put these down here, I can put them in the drawer and they're not going to drift all over. So if you know what I'm saying, just put these right here. That's happening today. There's that. Let me get this. Put those right there. That. These can hang out. That's good. And you know what? I'll go ahead and put that there just so it's good to go. There we go. So we have all the things that we need. I'm going to go put those away. I've got the wires that we have made. We don't need those right now. So I'm just going to set those up. We actually probably don't need, I want to save this piece of paper because that's where I wrote all the colors. Set that, say goodbye to the colors. Ooh, very pretty, just for now. Last thing. There we go. Alrighty, now we are going to start with these and making sure, yes, that they are the right direction. Let me just double check. Let me mark the tops just so I can make sure I don't do them upside down. That's the top. You'd think I would, I spent hundreds of hours looking at this necklace last year. You'd think I would remember, but take that. That is the front. There we go. So that can get out of the way as well because we're about to get messy here. So let's just move those over there. These three little guys, I need some silver. Let me just 12. All right. Let me, there we go. And I think I'm going to switch over to the workbench cam at this point. Workbench only. There we go. Oops. Here we are. We're getting there. So we're going to fuse, first we have to sand the backs of these and then fuse them to another piece of silver. So the first thing I'm going to do is I need extra silver for the backing, and I'm going to have to break open a nice fresh sheet of, these are 20 gauge fine silver, and 20 gauge is 0.812 millimeters thick. I don't have much silver left. I need to order some more. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of measure these, see how much I need to get. All right, there we go. It's not terrible. Actually, that is fine. That should be just good. And how about, we'll mark it. What would you say that is? 2 inches? We'll say 2 inches. And I'm not going to walk you over to the cutter. Right now, the rolling mill, the shear, and the grinder are kind of off limits because they're farther than the cord. I've ordered cords to get me a little farther away of things because everything is hardwired now. There's nothing on Wi-Fi. So if you know what I mean, we're gonna have to, I've ordered a 15-foot USB 3 to USB 2, I don't remember. See if it works. There we go, that should be good. Let me do this one first. There we go. That's good. And then this little guy, that's good. I don't hate him. We can probably do that. That looks like the correct way to do that. Why not trim that as well? Oh, no, I did not. I had them laser cut. That was the question. Laser cutting is expensive, but sometimes it's just worth it. So I'm happy to use technology to benefit my work, because if it means I can get more done, no one ever really cares if I sawed these out by hand, unless that was the whole thing. If I was a piercer or whatever, if that's what, but no, with these really complicated things, it's just nicer to have them laser cut. So I'm going to go ahead and go trim these at the shear thing, and I'll be right back. Oh, I wonder. Okay, there we go. we have, all right, so we have our 3 pieces. That's our bases. We'll have to remember which goes where. We've got, I finally did, check this out. I'm going to remove that. I finally did, that's all I have. That's all the scrap I have. I sent it to the refiner last week, so should be getting, I had a lot. So we have our silver, that's the base, that's the top. Honestly, that can go right there. And I don't know why. I feel like, oh, I see why. Hold on, everybody. I was fooling around with the camera settings yesterday. That's because I'm like, why is it? That's better. It wasn't showing everything that I could see. That looks good. Hopefully that won't blue screen everything. Now, I probably need a little water, paper towels, and we're going to start by sanding the backs of these. And you would think, well, you know what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything. I'll just, it's actually not that bad on this one. When they do the laser cutting, you can see that there's like a little edge here. I don't know if you can see it. And I spent a lot of time fussing with it, trying to sand it off. And honestly, I decided that as long as that edge is on the bottom, it tends to just kind of melt away. But I wouldn't, sometimes if you want to do it the other way and you have that lip, it's hard to really see. It's where the laser, there's like a little, and when you start sanding it, I'll actually show it to you. It kind of folds over, and you do have to remove it if you want to do it on the top because it'll cause problems. But, you know, hopefully it won't cause any problems on the bottom. So that is kind of where we are with that. So we have paper towel. I need some water. We're going to get a little wet, so I'm going to get the paper out of the way. No sense. We've got that. We've got some water. Well, we don't have water yet, but we will. There's some water. Might as well keep this. Oh, I'm going to put some in here. I do have to remember to turn the pickle pot on. I always forget about the pickle pot because we have to solder things on the backs of these. So hopefully not bad. There we go. And I thought about if I was going to do this today or if I was going to do wires, but this is what's stressing me out. So I thought we should start the new year. Oh, Happy New Year, subscriber. Oh, subscriber, Lulu call. Margaret, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. And let's see if I'm going to fuss with my thing for one more time. See, I don't even know why. Happy New Year, everybody. So let's see. There we go. I think that's good. That'll be good because it's not that exciting to watch me sand. So it gives you more to look at. You can see in the down, wait, hold on, wait, this way and this way. We've got the soldering cam or the fusing cam set up. So that's very exciting. Oh, hold on. Oh, give me a break. Fine. You know what? We'll just put you over there. Let's, oh, we've got the wrong tip on there. Carol, Happy New Year. I hope y'all had a very fun evening. I'm not a night person. New Year's has never been my holiday, ever, ever. If there was like a holiday where you had to get up at 4 in the morning and we all celebrated that, it'd be right up my alley. But alas, that is not a holiday. So we went for a really long walk. We did the entire river. We have a beautiful riverfront here, a river walk. It's I think it's like 2.5 miles long. We walked the entire length of it, so about maybe 4 miles, because you go all the way down and then come back on the river walk. And it was about maybe 5:30 or 6 p.m. and you know, people were already in trouble. So I was just happy to get home and get back tucked into bed by 9 p.m. And, you know, the old person thing. And that's usually how I spend my New Year's. There we go. So we're going to get a fresh one of those. Sticker those, and we're going to use our friend, the 60 micron sanding disc. There we go. So we'll start, hold on, let me figure out where these go before I get any farther, because they are all slightly different. There we go, that looks good. And then, is that, or is it? There we go. Now we'll keep them together just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this right under there. Makes it easier to see anyway. And we're going to gently sand the backs. I have a question about grinding. When you crush the enamels with the plastic bag, does the plastic... Oh, here's the thing. Yes. Well, I discovered that because I was... yes, if you do it wrong. I discovered that if you just hammer it, boop, 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 no problem. If you start grinding like this, you start putting little bits of plastic into it that you have to pick out. So hammering is yes, but once I'm kind of grinding it, I have to take off. And once it's actually in smaller bits, it's not flying around as much. And honestly, I was thinking what I just need to do is get kind of a cardboard box to contain it, you know, that you can kind of work inside. It's on my list of things to do. So, because they do end up, I mean, everywhere. I mean, you can hear them pinging. Yeah, and I know I said I wasn't going to worry about these edges, but I'm probably going to worry a little bit about them. There we go. And so you can kind of see how you can see it more from this side. See how you've got these little shaggy lines, because that's from the laser cut that, you know, I'm trying to decide if I care about it. I spend so much time trying to remove them, and I'm not sure it's really necessary. So, you know what? We're not going to fuss with them, and we'll see. No, well, we'll see. We'll see. Ugh. Just do these one at a time. You'd think that I would have like this whole thing down because I do this all the time, but I'm constantly like, should I do this? Should I not do this? Is this worth spending time on? Am I going to regret not doing it? What did I do the last time? Why didn't I make a note? To be honest, I didn't do it the last time, but they were pretty basic earrings. So, we'll see. We'll see. There we go. That can hang out over there. And then let's see, a little bit here. And then this little guy. That looks just, look, hold on. That seems good. Boop, 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 boop. Do I want to do that thing? I don't know. Now let's go ahead and wipe up this. Don't need that. Get a little bit drier. Now we're going to, you know what? I'm not going to. Or should I try one? And see. Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to do the easy way out. Maybe. I know, I don't know why I'm so wildly indecisive about this. Oh, yes, they were absolutely laser cut. Laser cutting is expensive, but I really wanted the precision for these pieces. And honestly, if you had to saw these out, imagine how I'm trying to make these to sell. So if these were hand cut, that would just add how much extra to how much I would have to charge for that, or would I even recoup that? So because, and I don't think I would be able to saw them out. I mean, actually I probably could, but maybe not the precision for these channels here. That's really what I was mostly interested in. Like that is exactly the right size. So, and look, I've already messed these up and I don't remember which one goes like a puzzle piece. All right, hold on. I think that one. That one. Wait. That one. That one. All right, so we've got these three things. I'm going to put the water over here. We don't need that just yet. Close that and get the paper back. There we go. So what is next? Let's zoom in a little bit. There we go. Flatten them, clean them. Let's see, is this going to be big enough? I think that should be all right. We'll wipe them down first and then flatten them. So let's get the isopropyl alcohol, zoop, and a clean rag. Let's see if that one is clean. I meant to take all my rags home and wash them, and I did not. So whew, I'm going to actually just do it on here. That should be good. Good. And while I'm doing this, don't forget, if you want to, you don't have to subscribe, but if you subscribe, you don't have to watch commercials or I still haven't done any of that stuff, but you don't have to watch commercials if you subscribe, and it's free if you have Amazon Prime. You do have to re-up it every single month. And when I get to 100 subscribers, I will be giving away a pair of earrings. So, could be one of these that I'm making right now. It might be something that we make together. It depends how long it takes to get 100. Might be a while. So, all right, so I've washed those. And I'm going to put this away. Now I'm going to flatten them and get rid of that. Might as well get this. Bring you over. There we go. We have that. And I'm going to do them kind of one at a time. I think we'll be fine. Let me just double check that it goes. Is it like that? Oh my gosh. There. No, you're right. It fit perfectly. Just like that. Or was it like this? No. All right. Let me just do that. Make sure we're nice and flat. Is this the right? Doesn't really matter. I'm going to put some of this on. Let's see if we can zoom in. hold on. Oh, I can't use my finger. There we go. There we go. Fourth kid in class raising their hand today. Oh, sure. I use fine laser. Oh, fine laser cut. I think it's fine laser cut. His name is Ariel. He's in New York City. You have to send him the silver and your Illustrator file or whatever file. It definitely needs to be pretty much ready to go. Takes a couple weeks. It's not inexpensive, and I love it. Ariel's a funny guy. He's so funny. He's very Russian, and he won't do email. Well, I mean, you email him the files, and then he calls up. He's like, Sandra, I've received your files, and he's so like stern. But he's so funny because he called up one time because I sent him a photo of, remember this piece that we're basing it on, and he called me up and he's like, Sandra, I just want you to know that this is just beautiful, beautiful. It was like the most he's ever said to me. And I'm like, thank you. But he's very precise. He sends you the dust back. So, and there's lots of rules about getting your files. Like there's like millimeters between each piece. There's the smallest piece you can do. There's so much. He'll always tell you when it's wrong. So, I'm not sure if I help him, but I actually get it all set up, and then I even arrange them on the piece of silver, because I want to use as much, if I'm going to have to pay to send him silver, I want to use that whole piece of silver and cut it out. So I'll send him a piece with, just an image of everything we're cutting out, and then everything arranged how I think it should be. And I think it's helpful for him because he would have to do that. There we go. Let me finish this. There's a lot of little areas here, but yeah, I mean, there's pluses and minuses for everything. So might be fine laser cutting. It's in New York City. There we go. All right, so I have this on everything. Let's flip this over. Ooh, wait. There we are. Just carefully. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this under the lamp because this needs to be completely dry before we fuse it. No, I just use Illustrator. It's not a 3D thing, so I'm sure an AutoCAD file, probably any kind of, I'm not sure what files he uses, but he definitely takes my AI files from Illustrator. So, but I'm sure that AutoCAD is probably fine too. Now, oh, hold on. I want to actually, I don't need that, but I do want to put them on one of these. Just want to grab one of these things to put them on. There we go. Let's be fine. All right, so next one. Flatten first. I mean, not that it's really all that flat, but, and these larger ones, generally will take 2 goes of fusing anyway. But you might as well help yourself out by starting with flat. So we have, let me double check. Oh, see, why? All right, it's gonna go just like a book. Just like a book. So let me up it a little bit. There we go. There we go. Now, I already cleaned it. We're good. I'm probably going to play around with the colors with these a little bit. They're not going to be exactly the same as the necklace, but we'll see. If you do go to Fine Laser Cut, email me and I'll send you the link if it's something like that. Definitely mention me. Maybe he'll give me a discount next time. Let's just keep. Got this. You know, I probably could have just dipped this. There we go. All right, like a book, like a book. Everything. Just like that. Excellent. Now we're going to go ahead and put this under the lamp, and we got one more to go. One more. And we'll have to let that dry, but we'll have to get everything set up. Now, last one. Flatten first. Hold on. Flatten first, then figure out the direction of it. Let's just do this over here. There we go. Okay, we don't need that right now. Now, all right, this way. Just like that. Don't remember where I've already gone. There we go. Getting closer. There we go. That should do it. Let's put that just like that. Now we're going to go put this under the light, and we do need to let these dry just a little bit longer, but we'll get everything set up with the torch. So we'll put that away. Just going to be right back. Let me see what's going on. Now, that's fine. Let that do its thing. You know what we could do while those are drying? Let me get this out of the way. Not quite. Oop. Oh, we'll take a moment. We're going to need 3 of these. Let's go ahead and take a moment. Why not? Very exciting. Let's clean. Let's wipe down our little screens. We're going to do 1 on each. I thought about setting up my whole fancy fusing station, but we're just doing 3 things. If I have trouble, I'll backtrack and you'll see if I have trouble immediately. So, but I'm just going to use the simple tripod because just feeling a little lazy. Probably should do this over the garbage, but you know, these are, and I like these thick ones. Don't bother with the thin ones because they burn out really fast. They'll just get a hole, especially with these bigger pieces that are going to take a while to fuse. There we go. There's that. Let's wipe this whole area. Yeah. Get that out of the way. So, I guess we could, while we're waiting for those to dry, that was just the tiniest side quest that didn't take that long. Let's go ahead and sand. Let's do it. Let's sand that bracelet because that's not going to take too long, and it's something we can do to fill in the time. That's forward thinking. Let me go grab the bracelet. Oop. All right. Although we'll see if this is probably going to take, this is probably a bigger thing than I even imagined. So we'll get started. How's that? We'll get started sanding this bracelet. And so you can see I did remove, because this is a cast piece, and I took a while and it took forever. It had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little sprues on it that I've removed. But the rest, you can see this is my bad. I messed up the export of the file, but it's not going to affect anything because we're going to sand this smooth. But I definitely, for my next 3D, I'm still a novice 3D, using 3D software. So my next project that I'm working on is this exact bracelet, but with a hinge. So that is something I'm working on, but that's not what this is. Let's see, we can do this. I don't see why not. Let me get a fresh sticker. We'll do the outside first because that will be the easy part. And I'm just going to, again, get a fresh one of my 60 microns. We're multitasking today. And honestly, right when I do the outside of this, get a little water. Oh. And I am going to be putting, foil down here. So I actually don't mind that there's this messed up part with my 3D file. You can see the silver is right there. And you know, I am going to, oh, we do have to, well, I still want to sand it anyway to clean it up. We are going to depletion gild this because this is sterling silver. And I do, you can see it's the white is actually fine silver, but it looks kind of bad. So we're just cleaning it up. Oh, lost it. Get a fresh one. It's being a little too aggressive there. There we go. Get a fresh one of these. See, it's already starting to look better, but man, is it, you could, it's, hopefully you won't see that when I get, yeah, when I cover this with the foil, it'll be fine. It'll be fine, everybody, don't worry. Oh, it's because it got wet. See, I got this tip got too wet, and now the sticker doesn't stick. So, you know what? Maybe we'll just finish this later. So, I mean, I could switch it out, but I bet those pieces are dry. So we've had a fun little mini side quest. We're getting closer. I'm going to get this all sanded top and bottom. Probably smooth this out a little bit with an actual barrel sander, and then move forward because the inside actually looks pretty good. So actually it's kind of an interesting texture, but not what I wanted. So we'll just set that aside for now because I bet we are ready to move on to the acetylene tank. Let me just move this water over there. And should I turn on the, I'm going to turn on the pickle pot right now because I always forget to turn the pickle pot on, and then, you know, it takes 15 minutes to warm up. So let's do that. Pickle pot activated. That is ready to go. And now let's go ahead and go over to the torch cam. Check that out. Oh yeah. I haven't turned anything on. We'll start with this one like that. We don't, do we need that? Well, maybe. Pull this down, make sure there's no tape on this. That's good. Let's put this right there. Is that a good light? Let me go get the pieces. And I normally like to start with something easier, but we just have these hard things. So, you know, I think, you know, it is what it is. We'll do that. Is it going to be, hopefully that'll be all right. And trying to decide if I want to use my big torch. Let's go ahead and adjust this a little bit. we go. Zoom in. And it's a pretty big piece, but whatever. I'm going to do the small torch size. I'm going to turn on the torch. I'm using an acetylene and air situation. I got to turn it on down here. There we go. There we go. All right. That looks good. All right, I have a size 1 tip. I just turned it on. It's a very long hose. So let's just get all my stuff ready. Let me get my pokey tool. Oh crap, I've got my pokey tool used to hold my Wi-Fi over there. So I gotta get a new pokey tool. You know what? We're gonna use this as my pokey tool. That'll be fine. That should press things down, hopefully. We'll see. Or I guess I can use this. I'm gonna use that as my pokey tool. That'll be fine. Get that out of the way. Yeah, I'm totally like, I don't like doing this. I love doing it. I don't like doing it in front of a crowd. It always makes me nervous. So, alrighty. So you can see, I want kind of a big flame. And yeah, we'll see if I need to go a bigger size of everything. And it's going to take a little bit of time, so buckle up. Okay, maybe this will work. We'll find out soon. Looks like it's red. That's good. We'll see. Come on. If we can go a little bit more. There we go. And this is where you find out if you don't have enough oomph, enough power, you kind of stall out in this where it turns to beet red, but it doesn't start to melt. We're not quite there yet. I'm going to give it another minute. Come on. Yeah, probably should have done the classic setup. I feel like we could get there. All right, I'm going to switch to the larger torch saws. This is just going to be, it's a little too big, blah, blah. But here, I'm just like, maybe, come on. If I could just get it started, I could tease it around. All right, you know what? We're going to switch to a larger torch size. Let me back up. There we go. This is just a little too small for what we're doing, so it's not too hot. We're gonna go to the number, what number is this? Number 2? Yes, we're gonna do the number 2 size, which is very exciting. All right, let's see. Zoom in just a little bit. See how much bigger this is? But yeah, we got to pretty much start at the beginning. We've probably burnt away all of our fusing liquid, but we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. There we go. All right, here we go. I'm going to take a moment. Make sure we're pressed down. And yeah, because I pulled it off the heat to press it down. I got to heat it back up. There we go. Let's go counterclockwise. See, I'm kind of pulling it around. There we go. That's good. There we go. We got to get the inside. Yeah, I know I said it's going to take 2, but I wanted to just take 1. There we go, right in the middle. I got to get this right, these two connector bits. There we go, but not too much. Ooh, we almost got a circle. Close call. That's good for now. That is good for now. See, we almost right there. Almost got a little hole, but it's fine. Didn't. I'm gonna go cool this off, or I have a little rack next to the kiln. And you know what? I didn't like using I don't normally use the tripod. I was just trying to be fast and furious with it. So I'm going to do my setup for the next two because I think they'll go a little bit more smoothly. So I'm going to pick this up and walk it over. There we go. You just hang out over there. All right. Yes, so, you know, this tripod is probably hot. Is it? Yeah. I didn't get rid of this tripod. Tripod was not doing it for me. Hold on, I have like, because everything is hardwired to the computer, there's cords draped on the floor above my head, and I just have to be careful not to pull anything over. So I'm going to back up just a little bit. Auto, there we go. So we don't need the water right now. We don't need that. I'm gonna do my normal setup, which involves making a little grill. I was just being lazy. I'd be done with all three by now if I had just done that to start. 1, 2, I just need 5 bricks. There we go. So we're just going to set them just like that. Here we go. These are the ones that I cleaned off. Oh, that's lovely. Good. There we go. Let's see. See, this gives me more space. It contains the heat down here. It's just a better overall approach. So that will be better. So now this one I bet is going to go better. Let's do this one next. And also I can kind of put it towards the back so the heat kind of is contained in this area. I'm not going to switch back to my original. I'm still going to use that number 2 tip just because, but I'm going to zoom in so you can see what's going on. There we go. That's as close as I want to get. I don't want to burn up my iPad. So there we go. Let's do it. So we have kind of a big flame, just like that. All right, we're getting pretty close. There we go. There we go. We're starting right there. I'm going to take a moment and press everything down. heat it back up. All right, there we go. There we go. Gonna go counterclockwise. I don't like using this really large torch, but alrighty. And call that done. Let that cool. Look how it's still very hot. And I'm going to, maybe I'm going to try it. It went pretty fast. You know, it wasn't terrible. Do I want to switch to the other torch tip? I don't know. I'm going to go put this, we're going to let this cool off. Out of the way. And see where we are. There we go. You guys just cool down. Last one. Last one. You got a nice just cords everywhere. Let's just that seems good. And the last one, the butterfly. Pretty, pretty butterfly. I'm going to do you just like that. Let's see. We can zoom in. I don't know if the quality is terrible when I zoom in. There we go. All right, let's do that last one. Let's do it. This is the hard part of the day. I can see this one's not pressed down very well. We'll have to deal with that. Oh, there we go. Take a moment. I can see that's going to definitely take 2 times because it was kind of undulating a little bit. And I am going to go back to the size 1, the smaller size, because you have a little bit more control. Like this was in danger of getting a bit too melty. So that's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and switch over to Workbench. Hello. I'm going to go put this over to cool. We'll grab the other 2, see what they look like over here, and then, you know, probably everyone's probably going to get another go around with the torch. So let's just move these. These are very hot. The cookie trays have to get moved over. So you just hang out over there. Let's grab you guys. Let's see if you guys are cool yet. We'll start by putting you on one of these just in case you're still hot. No, you're not that hot. And let's see what you are definitely maybe still a little hot. All right, there we go. We'll set you right there. That's fine. Now, let's just see. Still a little hot. Cool. Let's cool you down. We're cooling you down by just sandwiching you between some steel plates. Now, let's see what we got here. Yeah, the reason I don't like using that larger bit is you can see how close we came. See right here, it looks like a mosquito bite. That is because we almost got a hole. It's fine. It's no big deal. We'll just sand that out, but it could have been catastrophic. So that is why I like to use the size 1. And you know, I learned my lesson with that one. So, but let's have a look and see. Besides that, it's not a bad overall fuse. I'm looking at the connections in between here, and yeah, it's actually not a bad fuse. It's fused pretty well. So yeah, we'll clean this up. We'll saw it out. Yes. I see a few little gaps over here. You know what, maybe I said everything's going to get another go around. So probably let's go ahead and let's do that. Give everybody one more little. You never regret doing it right. There we go. So we're just getting it down. I'm not going to worry about that. But I am going to get a little bit more fusing liquid. Oh, there we are. And this one will benefit from the new setup, and we are going to use the smaller bit. It'll be a lot easier this time because we've got the setup, and I'm just going to put this on the exterior. If it needs it, it'll pull it inside. And I don't need to let this dry because it's probably 95% fused down, which all in all probably is just fine, but you know, you just don't want to worry about it. So we're just going to set that right there to dry. Let's have a look at this one. This one looks good, but you can see right here, see how you can see white, but then here you see a little gap that we need to get. Everything else looks pretty good. Oh, right here, I can see a little gap right here. So just a few little spots that need another go. It's just the way of it with these big pieces. So do that. Let's get some of this. Then we'll grab that third one. We'll switch the size of our bits, torch, whatever they're called, torch thing. And I think this one will be just fine. Yeah, and I know it looks weird, right? You know what I love is, see how you get kind of that crystallized sparkle? I find that so alluring. how everything kind of crystallized. All right, we're going to go get that other one and see where we are. Oh, did I lose some? Well, whatever, that's fine. Let's put you right there. Sorry, it's still a little hot. We definitely, let's just do that. All right, there we go. This one, sorry, I needed a moment to cool down. This one needs just a little go over. It's not perfectly fused. It's, I'm going to say 90% fused, but it's good. It's got that pretty sparkliness. Neat. Neat. And let's just give it a quick little. There we go. Some of this. And like I say, I do want to wash, I'm going to brush off our screens because, you know, after each use, they just start shedding scraps and bits of steel and they end up on top of your piece, which is not ideal. There we go. We are ready to do these 3 pieces again. All right, these are ready to go. And let me go back up here. I'm going to take one moment and I'm just going to do this. I'm not doing this over my work area. Clean the grill. There we go. There's that. Get them all. Wonder if we could do that. No. Well, maybe. Should we try to do 2 at once? Maybe. I don't see why not. All right, so let's go back over to the torch cam. There we go. I'm going to back up a little bit. Let's auto that. There we go. There we go. I think that's fine. As much as you need to see. So we got that. And we'll do 1 here. Should we do 2? 2 here. No, we'll do 1. We'll do, I'm trying, you know what? I've bit myself already by trying to do more than was needed. So 1 at a time. But I am going to go ahead and switch to the smaller size torch tip. That was a size 2. And I think I just want to go back to my default size 1, which I prefer so much more. All right, that's good. It's going to take a little longer, but I don't care. I'll have more control. I'll be less likely to, you know, continue the situation that started. That's fine. Oh, there we go. Alrighty, we're gonna go the same direction. I guess I like counterclockwise in general. There we go. Alright, we're gonna kind of get in the middle a little bit. There we go. A little bit around here, just a little bit of this. There we go. There we go. That's good. Boom. Yes. Now, I'm gonna go take this away. I should probably have a cooling area. I guess no, I don't want to set it over there. I got a lot of plastic stuff. Set this over here. All right, you just stay right there. Righty, we are almost there. We're just going to brush one of those. That seems good. And how about this one? That one looks real good. All right, nice big bushy flame. There we go, just about ready to start melting. There we go. Oh, good. Let's go this way, this way. This one's going a lot. See, because it's already pretty much done. There we go, we got that. Got that little area. Boom, boom, boom. And done. Yeah. All right. Yes. That one out of the way. Beautiful. Oh, hot, hot, hot. You can hang out over there. All right, one more fusing. One more. Last one. All right. We've got this little guy. Right there is perfect. Let's do it. There's no sense in diddle-daddling. All right, I can sense it about to start melting. Maybe, maybe, maybe. There we go. My hand's getting a little hot. Probably should have worn a glove. Come on, buddy. Your friend's all melted by now. Don't you want to melt? I know you do. No, because you know I think you're the best. The butterfly's the sweetest of is the king of the trio. I know it's billed as a triumvirate, but we know who's in charge here. It's the butterfly. Come on, buddy. You're not even bigger than the others. You're a little smaller. Come on, buddy. Yeah, sometimes it just takes a little extra, especially when people are watching. There we go, there we go. Okay, good. Took a little extra. And you know what? I'm going to go clockwise just to be different. Nope, counterclockwise. There we are, there we are. There we are. Really, I just need to get this upper right-hand corner, and then we can call it a day. There we go. There we go. Come on. There we go. Don't ask me why sometimes. Gotta get the center little piece. There we go. See that little guy? Got this little guy, these little guys. One last little thing. There we go. Feeling good. Little bitch. Boom. All right. Super done with that. I'm gonna let that one cool. I'm going to take it over, and then I bet we are done fusing, but we'll double check. Okay, just hang out over there. Hot still. That's good. Now, ooh, there we go. Let us switch to the workbench. There we go. All right, the other one is cooling. These look, I know they don't look like much right now, but I can see they are beautifully fused. Looks good. And this one, we'll deal with that little nibble right there, no problem. Nice. So the next step is I've got to saw out these exterior bits. So unfortunately, because we've got these little extra doodads sticking out, we can't use our scissors. We're going to have to saw them. So, but that's fine. It's worth it. Let's just, we don't need that anymore. And I'm not turning off the torch just yet. And don't forget I got the pickle on, because after I saw them out, we're going to have to dome them and then solder a bail on the back. So that is what's happening right now. It's happening now. And we don't need this. We're going to deal with that later. Saying goodbye to the fusing liquid. I'm going to wipe this area down. Can't be too dust free. And I'm going to get my sawhorse. Get that. That can cool down. All right, we've got this thing right here, which I'm going to adjust. Let's pull up. There we go. This is just, I had one of these when I worked at the craft center at NC State, and I loved them because they just bring everything up to the right height, because I don't have a traditional workbench, a jewelry bench, or just because I never cared for one, and probably don't want to set that right on there. But so a student made a bunch of these for me, and they're just very darn handy. So I just hook it onto my bench whenever I have to do any sawing. Let's get it. Come on. There we go. Get nice and tight. There we go. Let's pull it right about there. The whole thing is like that. Let's get, probably want a nice jeweler's saw. Let me grab some wax and have a sip of my water. That was not part of it, but there was one more thing. Oh yes, saw blades. Right there. So nothing fancy that we're doing. We're just, let's see, what size saw blade? How about, let's do a 3/0 size saw blade. That is this size. That should be just the right, just the ticket. And I'm going to take off the old. Toss that and get a fresh. Let's put this right there. Let me just make sure we're in the right direction. There we go. What time is it? Oh, it's almost noon. Well, the only goal today was getting these bases done, so I think we'll meet that goal. We will meet that goal. Let's just see. Sounds good. Little waxy wax. And there we go. Get my glasses. And I'm just going to, might as well, I got a good spot to start right here. Let me get my light in a little bit. There we go. That is good. Was that, yeah. There's no focus, I think, as far as this goes. Yeah, it is what it is. First little bit, starting to take shape there. Now, while I'm doing that, I'm going to quickly put up my Vimeo thing. There we are. I just uploaded this morning a video. I'm doing some back to basics, and I've got another one about grinding enamels. We're going to definitely be starting a tutorial very soon, but I wanted to get these up. I did one about washing and sifting your enamels, and it's just the basics of why you want to sift, why you want to wash, how you should do it. And that is, I haven't put it on the website yet, but it is on Vimeo. When I am finished with this, I forgot to put it on my website, but I will put it on my website as well. But right now it's just on Vimeo. So if you are at all interested, or you're thinking how you would like to support me and you don't want to subscribe to this, which is fine, no worries. Oh, drop that on the floor. You could consider supporting me by subscribing to my Vimeo channel. That is, I guess, the equivalent of my Patreon, because I'm not going to do a Patreon. I don't really see the value or the point. It just seems like, I don't know that I have anything to offer via Patreon, but I have tutorials to offer on Vimeo. So there you go. That's the self-endorsement. And I have 2 new followers. Thank you. By Grain, hello. And Queenie, welcome. Welcome. A little bit of this. There we go. There we have, starting to look like something. Looking good. We're going to do that to the other 2. Looks good. And I'm going to have one more sip. It was beautiful. Actually, it's warm outside. It's weird. And so it's a little extra warm in here. Now let's see, should we start? I liked starting at this little outcropping. Seems like a good enough spot to start. A little bit of that. Getting closer. Let's see if I can get. If I could saw while looking under my microscope, I totally would. I need bionic eyeballs. Oh, I can hear. Hold on. I know. Ooh, the pickle is ready. We're not ready for the pickle, but the pickle is ready for us. If I haven't turned my pickle off by the time I end this stream, somebody remind me. Not that I won't forget. But and I turn off the whole power strip, so it's not like I would leave it on overnight, but I don't do a ton of soldering, so I don't use the pickle that much. It's not really in my muscle memory. And a little bit of this. I don't care for those. I've tried, what are those called? Those things, the optimizer. I cannot. It's not something that works for me. I've got a really good pair. These are prescription and they're set up to be by jewelry. I think they're like about this length is what they're optimal for. So it's as good as it's going to get. And I can see just fine. I'm just... But anything that's heavy, that's pulling my head down, I can't tolerate. It's a weird thing. There we go. Oop. Oh, there we go. All right, we got another one. This is the mouse. You can't tell. It's not really mouse shaped, but there's going to be a little mouse in there. Let me go get that other one. It's hopefully cool. And we'll get that other one sawed out. We've got these two. And yes, we are good to go. Really? I've lost. Well, that's fine. Okay. Last one is the butterfly. We'll just see where we are. Are those really expensive things? Like those little glasses that look kind of like, they look really retro and kind of cool, but they're really, really expensive. Trust me. I think one of my students had them and I was a little jealous because they looked really, honestly, I liked how they looked and they weren't weirdly heavy. But she was like, oh, these are like $800 or something. And I was like, or I could get an iPad mini or something. But let's see, where am I going to start? This one doesn't have as good of a starting spot. We'll just start right here. Careful. I wonder if I should do something on, no. Let's not overcomplicate things. Don't bit owe that. There we go. Oh, there we are. Whew. That one came out in one piece. Oh yeah, 2,000. That doesn't surprise me. But I don't think I could justify that as much as I would like to. There we go. All right, so we got 1, 2, and 3 pieces sawn out. And the good news is I get to start my fine silver scrap heap again from, there we go, there's the silver in there. Hopefully I'll be getting some cashola, a lot of cashola from that silver that I just sent in. There we go. Put that up there, save this. Deal with that later. We're going to be sawing anything else out? I don't think so. So let me take this off. 2 to 4. Yeah, I mean, I guess that isn't surprising because they're kind of like, you know, they're probably geared for, they know, it's like the wedding industry, the surgery industry probably. They know they can do that. So we've got these 3 things. I'm going to go ahead and thank our little guy right here. Thank you. You did a good job. Probably don't need, no, I'm going to put this back. We are going to be, just soldering. So we're not done with the torch, but we have a few things to do. Yes, so we don't need this, and we don't need the wax. We're done with that. I like to put everything away. So the next thing that we're going to do is, I think I can get away with not filing the edges just yet, just for the sake of moving forward, because I did a pretty good job of sawing. So obviously I'm going to need to be filing these edges. I'm just not going to be doing it right now. So the next thing that we're going to do before we solder on let's get our bales, and hopefully I have, and yeah, we're going to be modifying an existing bale. I am not too proud to use an existing sterling silver bale, but I'm going to be modifying these because these aren't going to work as is. They're going to be just fine after we cut them. So we'll set those aside for now. I'm going to sand the backs and then we're going to dome them. I am going to just quickly deal with our little slight imperfection right there, but that you can see how if you had gone another 1 second, that would have been, not 1 second, well, maybe 2 seconds, another 2 seconds. This could have been a hole straight through. And honestly, as long as there's not an actual hole, and actually there is, you know, you can fix a hole, but it's not fun. But as long as you don't actually have a hole, you can definitely fix this imperfection. So we'll take care of that. And I'm going to grab the water back because we're going to go back to sanding. There we go. We're going to zoom. Let's zoom regular. There we are. There's 1-to-1 zoom. And scooch over. There we go. Now, let's see. Sanding. Oh, yeah. This one got wet, remember? Because I was rushing. I shouldn't be rushing. There's no reason to be rushing. So I'm just going to switch that out because this is damp. The sticker's not going to stick. But luckily, I have like 50 of these things. So we'll just put a different one on that's not been dipped in the water. And we're going to continue with our 60 micron sanding disc. Satisfying. There we go. And yeah, we'll start with this little guy. Just get rid of this right there, this terrible. Let's just get rid of you. It doesn't matter. We're putting black enamel on the back. Good enough. And then I'm just going to take a moment. Smooth that little area. We are going to be putting textured foil over it, so no big deal. Let's get this little guy. Good. There we go. I know I said I wasn't going to fuss with these edges, but I'm going to fuss with this one. Because that's where the bail is going to go. I just want to make sure that it's pretty accurate. Should be fine. And then this little guy. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. I'm like, is it upside down? Oh, no. It's not. It's fine. Oop. That's fine. Big mess. Let's just rinse these off. Is the black enamel on the back? Yes, you can put any color enamel you want on the back. I just don't like to, I'm going to put some wires, some decorative elements on the back, but I do tend to stick with black, but quite, well, I mean, not any color, because you don't want to put any kind of reactive colors or oranges or kind of any fussy colors on the back, because the back is the enamel that's going to get the most number of firings. So put something you trust on the back, and I trust black. It also, I like it. I think it's, oh, I just put those everywhere. Good. All right, so we don't need we're done with the water for now. We're going to need to quench things later, but I'll get fresh. So I'm going to go put that over there. Don't need that. Wipe that down. Done with that. And we're going to dome these next because we don't want to have to dome them after we've soldered on our bales. We're just going to do a basic simple bale. And let me go get my dome situation. Go and get my dome, get my dome, get my. Is that deeper? Maybe? Not sure what I want. I'm not sure what I want to use. I brought all three of my things over. I've got my big boy. Ooh, those mushrooms. I've got this one, and then I've got this one. So let's start. Do we want to just, it might be a pretty dome. Let's start with the lightest doming, I think. No, you know what? I think I'm going to like this one. Let me see where we are. We can always undome it a little bit. Where's my thing? 3798 SG is following. Thank you for the follow. I got to get an OBX, a different stream thing for OBX, if anyone has a recommendation, because I can't see the number of people watching. I can only see the chat. I mean, I could toggle in and see a list. It's just weird. I bet there is one. I've been fooling around with OBS plugins, but they keep crashing my computer. So I've probably installed a bunch of terrible things. Yeah, I think I'm going to like this just fine. See how that's a nice round dome. Let's just make sure that's nice and even. Perfect. Nice, like a beautiful shield. Lovely. Let's do the others. Here we are. That's good. Where are we? 12. Boy, we're making good time today. Good progress. There we go. Just like that. All right, well, we're done with the doming thing, so we didn't need this one. And it's so funny. This one, I had bought this like a year. Look how brand new it seems. I bought this like a year and a half ago. And for some reason, I stored it upside down on my thing. And I just thought, I forgot about it and thought it was just a piece of spare wood. And then I was organizing my thing and I realized, oh my God, I have this really beautiful and not inexpensive. And I love this because, you know, these are great because they're really, really deep. And this is good for big things, but this is actually a little bit deeper. So it's kind of like the good thing that is in between. I have no idea where I bought it, so don't ask. Probably Rio Grande. I'm going to go put these away. There we go. Make sure we're still good. We are. Lovely. So now we are ready to, I need to mark where these are going to go because I am not good at eyeballing the center of things, if you know what I'm saying. Let me grab, I've got a printable somewhere. Here's a printable that I'm going to borrow. We've got those. And I just need to figure out the center of each of these because it's going to be a little different. And I'm just going to fold it. I'm going to cut it out and fold it in half. That is what I should have marked this before I domed it, but whatever. No, it's fine. I think they're all the same size. So I think if I do one, I should be able to mark all of them. Just fold it in half. There we go. And then that should be good. All right, so now I can at least see if they're the same size. That should be good enough. Let me mark these. I will just use a Sharpie for now, and I'll just, that should be the center. Hopefully they're all the same size. Yes, because I know I made these in Illustrator. I know they're the same size because I used that same shape and then I did all the little cutouts. So I love Illustrator. There we go. Got that one. Mark that. I don't know why I'm making a carrot, but whatever, it doesn't matter. All right, so we've marked the center of those. So that is good. A goodly start. Now the next thing, we don't need that, we'll put that over there. The next thing that we need to do is these are ready-made solid sterling, they're not inexpensive, solid sterling silver bales. They're ready, I guess they're meant to be like soldered on like that, which I think would look kind of junky. What I do is I'm going to snip off the ends so they can be on the back just like that. They'll be lovely. I like them. So let's grab not my favorite pair of snips, my fourth favorite pair of flush cutters, because let's see if I even want to use these. Let's use my ruined flush cutters on this. And I just kind of like to snip them. And yeah, I'm going to eyeball this. And this lets me put a really big, if I want to put a strand of beads in there or a really thick sterling chain, it's all good. So that, I'm going to obviously do some sanding, but that will just be just like that. So you can see it's a nice big bale. So it gives you options, because trust me, don't you hate when you spend all this time and then you put this bale on and then you go to put whatever, the size chain you want to put on it and it doesn't fit and you're like, oh my God, it's so aggravating. So I always err on the side of giving whoever, I know what chain I'm going to use with these. And I can show you that. I should test them at the end. I haven't, they need to get, there's some process that needs to happen with that. But I just hate that. It's so frustrating, especially when you need kind of a thick chain to go with a bigger piece and you put a tiny little bale in there. And so you can only put this little crappy little thing in there and nobody likes it. Everyone's unhappy. Well, there we go. Yeah. Actually, it's not damaging. You see, look at this. I did this a couple years ago. I tried to cut some ridiculous steel wire, and I knew it was a mistake when I did it. You always know it's a mistake. So let me just get this, and then I'm going to sand them as well. All right, now these are sterling scrap, so we don't want to lose where to put the third piece of sterling scrap. We'll find you. Oh, here you are. We don't want to, it's all money. So I've got my sterling scrap bucket, which has a bunch of enamels in it. So whenever I send, it's a pair of earrings. Whenever I send my sterling strap, I kind of am like, put that in there. So that's going to go just like that. And I do want to sand these and position them. And then we're going to go over to the soldering station and solder these on, which I don't think I've ever done this in front of a crowd, so kind of nervous about it, but you know how things, we'll do it together. Do it together. You know, we sink or swim as a team. So I'm just going to, they're going to get hot because I don't have the water over here, but I don't care. And I'm going to do just a little bit up the sides. On the sides. And I just want to see if that's going to be, make sure it's up and down. That looks just good. We'll set you over there. Same thing goes for this little guy. Probably. I know, I should probably zoom in a little bit, but it's not that exciting. There we go, let's see. Seems a little, yeah, I'm gonna get this. Yeah, that's probably better. That's good. All right, so you're good. One more, and then we will get to soldering. There we go. Let's see. What's wrong? Is there a little ding in this one? Oh, look, this one has an imperfection. I don't know if you can see that right here. I'm going to get a different one because I guess I could clean that up. Look at that. Oh yeah, check that out. Extra little piece. These are not, these are supposed to be solid sterling. I guess that was just a little bit from, these are cast obviously. I'm going to get a fresh one of those. Save it for a different project. I got 3 extra anyway. Let's grab that one, save this one. Yeah, they better be solid sterling silver because they were a pretty penny. Let's trim this. So we're going to cut this just like that. There we go. Now we got to do this again. That's good. And that is good. That is sterling. Don't forget to keep your sterling and fine silver segregated. Oh, see, I almost put it in the fine. Save that. All right, so we are ready to go over to the torch and get these on. Are we ready? I mean, are we emotionally ready? No, but we're going to do it anyway. So let me get rid of the Vimeo thing. You've had your opportunity. And we're going to, boy, this is supposed to have like whatever on it. All right, let's go over to the torch cam. There we go. All right, before we get too far along here, we got to do some cleaning up because we're done with this. So we're going to put all of this, I wonder if I can just, Let's get better light. All right, let's take that off. That's better light. We're going to put these bricks away. We're going to thank them for doing their job today. They live over here. Just like these. Nice little kiln bricks doing their kiln bricky job. There we go. We might need that later. It's good. Let's put you there. Now, got a nice clean work area, and I'm going to see if I can, let's bring you, pull you around. I'm going to see if I can pivot down. There we go. Nice. What is this? Oh, that's fine. There we go. Make sure that we're not in the way. That's not terrible. Lighting. Good. Now, let us see what we need. We need the pieces. They're right over here. Boom. Now, if you've done soldering, I also am going to say I did not go to school. I have no degree in metalsmithing. So if you have an opinion about my soldering, you can keep it to yourself. Well, no, that's not true. It's fine. It's fine. But what I'm going to say is this works for me. And I find that it's 95% of your time is spent, let's just tilting this, is spent setting up for like a 3-second soldering job. You'll spend 10 minutes setting something up, and then it's like zoop. So bear with me while do we have enough eutectic solder? We are using eutectic solder, which is my preferred solder for things that are going to go into a 1400 Fahrenheit, 700 Celsius, whatever, kiln, because this, you could, I guess, technically use absolutely hard solder, but I find hard solder hard to use. I don't trust it. It's fine. And you know, to be honest, I'm not opposed to putting things with medium. It's funny, I'll throw medium in the kiln, no problem. But as far as bales or any kind of connector goes, you need a really good, you only get one chance at it, use eutectic. Get yourself some eutectic solder, save yourself a whole heck of a lot of drama. And let's get, which one is that? Let me get my bad ones. And I'm just going to make I've got some right there. I'm going to put it, and that's probably more than we need, but I might as well make a few. Let's zoom in. There we go. I'm making a pile of solder bits. Maybe I'll even do big ones. 1, I know, 2, and I use a lot of solder. I want to make sure I get a good connection, and it's getting covered in black enamel, so it don't matter. There we go. We got a nice pile of solder. Oh, you know, I think pulling down, that would actually be more helpful if we, there we go. I was like, why am I so far away? There we go. So, good enough. Lupus is now following. Hello, Lupus. Thank you for following. Welcome. We are just about to solder these bales onto these fine silver bases. And I am going to get one set up. I'm going to do one at a time. It doesn't matter which one. Let me make sure I can really zoom in. So, let's see. Why does this pivot this way? No, of course it doesn't. It's fine. You know what? I'm not going to fuss with it. What you see is what you see. There we go. And let's see. I am going to be soldering from this side. So I use 2 things. I'm going to use this to hold the piece down. So I'm going to set this right there. And that's also going to make sure that my piece doesn't, we don't want it to overlap or go above that rim, or else when I start filing, I'm going to start hitting the side of this. So I want to make sure that it'll sit just like that. So there we go. I've got that. And then let's see, where, oh, did I pull out my other, where's my other titanium bit? Oh, that's not it. No. Oh, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Oh, here it is. Here's my other titanium bit. And then I'm just going to, I'm just kind of getting everything ready. I'm probably going to set this like that. So that's going to be my setup. And I like to kind of figure it out beforehand. And then I'm also going to get my, where did I put my, I like to mark so I know where to put my, oop, hello. Oh, never mind. Oh, I'm just going to go take a break. Alrighty. Oh, look at me. I know how to do things. You should watch me on Twitch. It'll be great. Or whatever. Blah, 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 blah. You know what? Fine. I'll just... There we go. Alrighty. Settle down, everybody. You know what? I believe it's this Sharpie that... Everything was fine until I brought the Sharpie into the mix. Sharpie is dead to me. So we're going to be... Let's just move along. We're going to be using this. Remember, you need to, your flux, not the same as flux enamel. Remember, clear enamel, fondant, flux. This is not the same stuff. This is what we're going to use to help solder. But you need to match your flux with the soldering temperature that you need to. And this is for hard soldering. Hard just means higher temperature. And because if you use like whatever that goop stuff is for easy soldering, it'll have disappeared long before you need it. And so whatever. I don't love this gel stuff, so don't necessarily run out and buy this stuff. I just happen to have 2 huge jars of it, and it works well enough. I just find it weirdly viscous. So I'm not totally in love with it, but it's fine. It is just fine. So where I'm going to put... And I feel like I'm going to sneeze, which is not appropriate. And then I need my tweezers. I'm going to put one piece of, let me see where we're going to be. That's what I was trying to do, is like mark where I needed to put that other piece, because I am going to set it on top. Scooch you up, and then right here. Right there. Obviously, we will fuss with that just a moment. The good news is we get to do this 2 more times. There we go. Scooch you up. But make sure there's a little on there. See if that looks good. Obviously, it's a bit wonky. There we go. And you know what? I'm going to get one more piece of flux and just tuck you right under there, just in case. That piece of flux is probably going to just fly right off. I think that's good. Oh, crap. You know what? I didn't put flux on my actual... There we go. Good enough. All right, let's do it. Are we ready? Are we... No, we're not ready. But... Oh, yeah, I could totally tack it. Yes, but that's a whole setup that I'm not prepared to do. And yeah, to be honest, I went to that arc welding conference and I learned a whole bunch of stuff about arc welders, but I haven't come and hooked up my arc weld. I mean, it's hooked up, I just haven't turned it on, and I need to spend a day refreshing my memory about it. But that's why I did that one piece. It's going to make me have to do it because I have to arc weld something on at the end. So, but yes, you could totally do that. But, you know, I do like to have my solder underneath, so I don't know. ultimately, this works just fine. And where is my pick? Oh, my pick is up there. I'm gonna have to get a new pick. Alrighty. Now don't laugh. I always go 10 times around and it's honestly just for good luck. And I'm gonna just kind of go in there, see if we can get rid of all that moisture. There we go. There we go. There we go. Where's the water? Oh, oh, I got it over here. We've got the water. Put the water right there. I like to give everything a little. Oh, where's my rag? Let me grab the rag. Just dry things off. Honestly, I probably, this is maybe, here's a truth bomb. I probably would have been better off buying one of those surgeon's eyewear things versus it's the same amount of money to get that arc welder for the amount of time I use it. I'm wildly embarrassed that I don't use it more. But it was I wanted one. I wanted one so bad. Thought it was going to be a game changer for me, and to be quite honest, I don't trust it. I don't trust those brittle, and I'm much better. My welds are much better, but I don't trust them not to be brittle yet. So, and I don't have the time to dedicate a whole week of, and I should. I really should. What am I doing here? Oh, let me find. I'm like, I don't know. Let's go ahead and quench this in the water. There we go. And it looks like a good solid connector. I'm going to go ahead and put this into the pickle face down. I don't like to put things that I'm enameling in the pickle for longer than I need to. So I will basically, by the time the other one is done, I will be ready to pull this out. And the pickle is just over to my left. Gonna plop it in. Boom. Pickle engaged. Now, let's see if we can suck up some of that heat with this. Two more. Space Cow 2020 is now following. Thank you, Space Cam. Welcome to the enameling. We're not enameling today. We're doing all the things. We're enameling adjacent today. So we'll get to the enameling someday. So we're going to do that exactly the same. And it always goes a little bit faster because I've figured it all out, and this one's the same. So hold this down. Just like that is good. And get our flux. Oh, coming on. There we go. Sorry, the pickle is bubbling. Bubble. And gonna do that, a little bit of that. And I like to use these big pieces just because that's just how I roll. A big piece of flux right there. And I'm going to put a big piece of flux right there. I'm eyeballing it. I like to make sure I got a little flux on the top of that. A little flux right there. Yeah, I forgot to flux this, but I'm going to flux this one. I mean, I got it on. It's all fine. But there we go. Let's just set that on top. There we go. That looks straight. That looks good. Let's get our, oops, let's get this pressed down. Just, there we go. Let's do it. We ready? 10 times. That's like my magic wand. Then I'm going to just kind of go in there and get the moisture out. Oh, okay, I guess we're out. Oh, it's hot, whatever. Come on. You got it. And you know, eutectic has an exact, I think the word eutectic means single point. And it has like, it doesn't have a range of melting. It has a solid, like, you see how it just goes. And that's it. That's as much science as I know about it. But I appreciate the precision of the eutectic. So we're going to put these in the water to cool them down. And pull the water over. I like to give it a moment to cool. I don't want to shock things. And now we're going to put it in the water. There we go. And make sure we have a nice connection. Do we? Yeah. That is good. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the other one out of the pickle. We'll trade. Let's see if I can do that without rinse that off. And the other one is going into the pickle. So this one, that's the first one that we did. You can see that we've got a nice connection, nice and solid. And you can see that it's been depletion gilded on this side. We're going to definitely have to, I'm not going to touch this sterling now that we've pulled the fine silver to the top. That's going to prevent it from going black in the kiln, which is fine by me. So I'm not going to touch that, but I am going to go ahead and re-sand this because this is a strange layer. If I don't sand that off and I enamel on it, there is a small possibility of the enamel popping off afterwards because this white layer is almost kind of a different layer. Anyway, it doesn't happen every time, but it happened to me one time and that was enough. So let me just rinse that off. There we go. So we've got this side looks really sparkly and nice, and then that side is going to be the back. So one more. Let's just keep it moving. Let me cool this area off by putting this heat sink right there. And I might look at that other one. I might put a little bit more on the other one. We'll see. That seems good. Lovely. One more. I like doing it when it's all, they're the same. So it's like, I figured it out one time and I just have to do it 2 more times. When everything is a little bit different, or like a thing over here and like soldering a bunch of little things on, it's always a lot more work. That's good. Put the brush. There we go. Now let's see, I don't have any real big pieces. I'm probably going to do, let me do 2 small pieces over here. Put, that should be good. And a little bit more. And then we've got this big piece, that might be good. Adjust it. You know what, I'm way overdoing the flux on this one. I don't know why. There we go. Where did I put the thing? Now I'm going to put a little bit of stuff on this one. Just like that. Eyeball you. Oh, yeah. Yes. I can't believe I positioned that. That's never happened. It's quite literally, oh, hold on, but it's not straight. Hold on. Let me you just a little bit. That's good. Alrighty. That is good. Now, I'm going to make sure it's pressure, but not too much. There we go. The good news about these bales is they're solid. Like they're very unlikely to either melt or squish. That's another reason I love these bales. So let us do it. Let's do it. Ten times. There we go. There we go. Boom. Doom, 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 doom. Dip that. I almost reached for it with my hand. Burp. That would not be a good idea. Let's give it a moment to settle down. Good enough. There we go. That is a good connection. So let's go pull that other one out of the pickle. There we go. Put that in there. That one's in the pickle. And let's have a look. Oh yeah, this is good. This is just fine. So lovely. We're going to, so those are done. All three are done. What time is it? Almost 1 o'clock. Here, let's pivot back over to the workstation because you know what else? While I have remember this guy, we've got, remember our bracelet? I've got to finish sanding. We're going to sand him, but what needs to happen, and I already, since I have the torch all turned on, I need to depletion gild this. So we're going to do that. I think that will probably bring us to the end of this. So we need to sand these. We're going to, and do not judge me based on this. I can do a better 3D model than I did. That was a bad export, but it won't matter. Remember, we're going to put, you could actually play with this. We're going to put textured foil over it. So it doesn't matter, but it's bothering me. It bothers me a little bit. So the next one I send will be perfect. So we're going to pivot back over to the workstation and see what's what. Dun dun dun, workbench. There it is. There we are. So we've got, we don't need the paper because it's a little bit wet. And let's see how we're doing with everything. That's good. So we don't need that. We do want the water though. Let's bring the water back. Water is good. And we're going to we're going to sand the backs of these, and then we're just going to set them aside, and we got to get started on the wires and all the decorative elements. If you are just joining us and you're wondering what this is, I'm also going to make a drawing of it later, but it's going to be, remember, I made this necklace is done. I don't remember, I don't have it, haven't seen it in months, don't know how it's doing, but this is going to be, this pendant is going to be this decorative element right here, just a solo pendant. This little guy is going to be a little mouse pendant. He's going to look like that. And then that other little friend who is in the pickle is going to be our little friend, the, what is this? A grasshopper. So that is that. So, and then remember, this is going to be a rainbow colored, a total rainbow across the board with the bracelet. And it's a nice big bracelet for a larger size wrist, hand. So it should fit on no problem. So that's what's happening. Let me see what's happening in the pickle. I think the pickle's done. I don't like to over pickle things, so quite literally, the moment things are clean, we're good to go. Yeah, so this is our friend. He's going to be a grasshopper. Very colorful, very nice. And we'll have those matching earrings too. So it's a lot to do. You know, maybe I know I should get those earrings done, but no, I don't want to. I just want to do the fun stuff. So, got one of these. Remember, I go through a lot. I go through a lot of these. Let's just start with this little guy. But you can see the difference. This is the, it's just from the heating up kind of pulls more of the fine silver. It's fine silver all the way through, but you know. There we go. All right, so that is ready for enameling. Ready to go in the almost ready for enameling pile. Good. There we go. One more. One o'clock. There we go. So these are done. Let me get some paper towel. Lovely. Just dry them off. Got that. And this. Now I'm going to go grab my tray to put these on, and then we will get started on working on finishing this bracelet. Not finishing. We'll work on moving this bracelet forward. There we go. Remember, from 100 years, this morning feels like 100 years ago. So now we've moved, these are ready to join their little compatriots over here. And I am probably going to be, this is a little bit too much to work on all at once, especially since I'm going to be working on this as well. I am probably going to segregate this into 2 different batches. I definitely want to do these pieces right here. You know, we'll see. And maybe these little easy peasy earrings. And then this bracelet. So, but I also see I want to see them all done. I'm really loving this little moon pendant and earrings. That's going to be fun because I'm going to be using those crazy purples. So I will decide tomorrow how we're moving forward with that. But that is next. Now. Well, I wonder if I want to get a different. I wonder. Let me. Oh, no, I'm not going to unplug the pickle just yet because we're going to need that when we depletion gild this. So that's still on, but that's okay. Let me just see my options here of, you know, I was, especially because I'm going to have to get in here. When I had to, oh, this had these huge, you know, sprues that I had to remove. And I think I used, I don't remember what I used with that. Did I use this for that? Oh yeah, I used this to get rid of the sprues. I wonder if I want to use a barrel thing. Maybe we're trying to just, yeah, maybe that would be a good, that would fit right in there. So I think that's going to be a good one. I actually have a diamond grit. One of those. Let's try both of those. Seems like a good, the proper tool for the job. Let's set you over there. And switch this out because this flat thing is just, you know, I'm over it right now. So you can just move over there. I'll try the diamond grit one first because it's fancier. Let's see if it's going to work. Am I going to run into... No, I think it'll work. Use a lot of water. And actually, let me go get that tea towel again. There we go. Put a nice tea towel down to contain, and a nice piece of paper towel. There we go. And you know the thing about the Twitch thing is I kind of talk to myself all day long anyway, and I kind of forgot for a moment that I was live. Alrighty, so that is good. Nothing is in the pickle right now. That's good. And let's just get you out of the way. Anyone else need attention? There we go. Let's see how this works. Oh, it works way better. I like it. See that? And that, again, I'm not going to try to remove all of this vertical striations. It's just not going to be necessary. But I do want to get it smooth and clean and in preparation for enameling. You know what? It wouldn't be a bad idea to wear a respirator because it's a lot of more material. Ugh, so over this respirator, but whatever. There we go. flip it over, get this side. All right, now let's get the inside. I'm not worried about the edges because we're going to be grinding. We're going to be polishing and grinding those edges at the very end. So I don't want to lose any depth or height with those. So actually I do want to get in here though. So that's why I'm not doing this, and I'm not going to do this exterior until the end. So that is, unless I see something that needs to really, everything looks pretty good. So there's nothing that can't be, wait until the end for that. So let's get the inside. Let's see how the inside goes. Getting closer. Crafty Mom is now following. Hello, Crafty Mom. Thank you for following. We're getting close. We just have this last little bit on the inside to get to. Oh, and hold on. This spot over here. looking good. Let me just have a little look. Hold on, I hear fire trucks. That's not the good way to start the year. Alrighty, so let me take this off. Whew. Put that back. Let's just make sure. All right, I see one little thing, like that's a little imperfection in the, when it was cast. I want to get rid of that. That looks good. There we go. So, let me get this little area over here. I think that's good. Oh, I see one more little. All right, good enough. There we go. So we have exposed all the silver. There's still that weird faceting, but that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it because it's going to take care of itself. And I know that we just exposed all, this is sterling silver, which is not, which you need to do because you need it to be strong. And you wouldn't really want to make a bracelet out of fine silver. It would just be too soft and it would have a tendency to squish. So you need the strength of the sterling. But on the other hand, enamels don't love sterling as much as they love fine silver, which is, fine silver is 99.9% silver and sterling is, I don't know what, 90 something else, not 100%. So what we're going to do is we're going to be doing something called depletion gilding. So I've exposed all of this sterling silver, and what I want to do is I'm going to heat this up, and this is actually going to be good. Make sure there's no weird things inside. I'm sure it's fine, but heat it up, quench it, pickle it, and we're going to repeat that until we're going to slowly draw a coating of fine silver over this entire thing, and it's going to turn kind of pure white, and then we'll know it's done if when we start to heat it up it stops turning black. That is our indication of, sometimes it takes 10 times, sometimes it takes 5 times. It just takes as many times as it needs to. So that is what we're going to do. I'll probably even use a bigger torch tip for it. So we're going to go back over to the torch and we're going to do that. And the pickle is on. I'm going to get a bigger and cleaner thing of water because we're going to need to keep quenching this. And so that will probably be the end of our day. So let's go do that. Oh wait, it's still on. There is that. Let me get some clean water. And yeah, let me get a bigger thing of water too. Larger bowl of water would be good. There we go. There we go. Nice big bowl of water for quenching. Oh, and let me go ahead and take a moment and get rid of this. I mean, I can put these away. So that, I guess nobody needs to look over that. Let's go and go directly to the torch cam. There we are. So I'm going to take one moment and put these, this is my eutectic solder that I was using to solder those bales on earlier, and I'm just going to put it back in because there's nothing worse than heating something up and then you've accidentally melted some solder on a piece that you didn't really want to get solder on. And also we can save these for later, because if I don't put them in here I won't remember that they are eutectic. So there we have it, our little eutectic solder. We're done with that. We're also done with the flux, so we can put that away. And we don't need any tools. We don't need any of our holder tools. We can put them up, just tidying up. And I'm going to move this over here. There we go. And I'm just going to heat it. I wonder if I should put it on a brick. Nah. Not going to. Or should I heat it up like this? No, then it could roll away. It doesn't matter, honestly. I am going to switch out to a larger torch. This was the size 1 torch tip. I'm going to go back to my 2, my trusty old 2. This is 2. Let me double check. Yep. And just going to heat it up till it's kind of a nice red color. And also probably want to get a pair of pliers that will easily be able to pick it up. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, let me just see if this is a better. That could work as well. All right, just making sure we have everything we need. The pickle is over there. Okay, let's do it. See how it's turning black? That's the sterling. That's good. Now we're going to quench it in the water. And you can see there's the sterling silver right there. We're going to pickle that, and we're going to repeat this process until when we heat it up, we only see how the rim is white. That's because that's the fine silver. I didn't remove the fine silver. So that is what we're looking over for the whole thing. And so, yeah, going to put it in the pickle. Very, very excited. It'll be a minute, and the longer I blab and not put it in the pickle. There we go. Make sure the pickle is deep enough. And we're just going to give that a moment. And while that is pickling, we will go to the workbench thing and wipe down our area. So yeah, while we're doing that, let's talk about what we're going to do moving forward. We're going to, let's look at those colors. Let's look at the colors for the bracelet again, because I want to change things up. That's good. Now, there we go. Now, remember, these just need to get put away. These are the samples we made the other day. So this is kind of what I was thinking for the color. This is going to be the main, it's going to be a rainbow all the way around. And we're going to use, remember this crazy orange that we discovered? We're going to try that. And I've already decided that I better do a sample earring of this orange before I go any further with it, to make sure it doesn't turn just solid black after the 4th firing. And I want to go a little bit darker with my green right here. So that is what I want to do. And you can see I've written down, it's going to be just a little bit, it's going to just be a rainbow all the way around. A rainbow all the way around. So look at these lovely colors. Beautiful. I'm just honestly killing time while the thing's in the pickle. Let me go check on it. Hello, Pickle. What's going on, buddy? Huh, looking good. All right, let us go back to the, and we'll just leave it up like that. It's not that exciting. Let's go back to the pickle, see how we're doing. Nice. I'm gonna put that in the water. All right, if you'll join me over here, you can see how the pickle has removed all that. So we're going to heat it up again. Maybe it'll take 3 times, maybe it'll take more, I don't know. We're gonna do it until when I heat it up, it stops turning black. And then it will be ready for, and I'm gonna put it in a baggie at that point. I don't want it to get messed up in any way. So that is what is going to happen with that. Hold on, I guess we could go straight over to the torch cam. Torch cam, no one needs to see. There we go. God, this should be one of those things where I wish I had one of those little rotating soldering things, but I don't. So there you go. All right, we're going to quench it. You can see it's already slightly less than it was, but that's fine. Let's quench it. And now you can see it's much less, so we're going to pickle it and do it again. You can see, look, you can see the indentations of where the flues, whatever, sprues were right there. So let's pickle it, do that, give it a moment. Let's go back to the workbench and I'm gonna have a sip of water. So yeah, so when I finish this, it's pretty much going to be the end of the day. And here's the plan for the week. I've written it all down. I'm going to start my wires after this is over. I'm going to start my wires. I'm actually going to sit down and do a colored drawing for each of these 3 things because it's not good enough to just look at that other drawing. So I'm going to do that. And tomorrow, I'm going to start all the wires. Remember, for that bracelet, we're going to do half gold wires, where all the reds and the interesting color, the oranges are, and then silver, it's just swirls all the way around. But I'm going to get the wires done, hopefully. So I'll be back on Tuesday at 10 a.m. And if the wires are done, actually, no matter what, we're going to get started on the bracelet. On Tuesday because I really kind of want to bring the bracelet. Bracelet seems like a fun thing to do, you know, together as a Twitch family. So everything else is going to be kind of like, I'm going to be moving forward, not on live days because I work every single day in my studio, but I'm going to try to keep things interesting. So as much as I'd like to stream every day, I can't imagine anybody would like that. So, and I need some alone time anyway. So that is the plan. I bet everything is pickled. Let's go see how things are. And let's go back to the torch cam. see, where did I put mine? Don't forget, only ever stick copper things in your pickle. There you go. The more you know. Oh, it's looking better already. So, nice. You can see, look how white it is. And we're going to heat it up again. I should have marked it so I did a different side every day, but it's fine. Again. Let's give that quenching where the water's getting a little warm. All right, now I think one more time might do it. We've got some on the inside. I want to mark that area with a Sharpie so I can make sure I get the right. I'm going to mark here, really. This Sharpie can eat a dick. Sorry, I can't say that. Alrighty, there we are. Just marking it. I'm going to put it in the pickle. And probably just one more time will do it. So, there's that. And things are in the pickle. The torch can. That is good. Workbench. You know what? Fine, we'll go back to the workbench view. Let's put some of these away while we are talking about things. We don't need that. We are done with that. And we've got this. And you know what? I'm going to get that other bracelet so we can have a quick comparison when it comes out of the pickle. Ready for that. Let's just, yeah, so remember I've got the interior, these are the swirls for the inside of the bracelet, and I haven't done any wires for the back of the bracelet. And I just wanted to remind yourself, this is where we're going here with this bracelet. So you can see this one is all shades of blue, very pretty, and this one's a little bit smaller. That one that we're making right now is going to be a little bigger. We will compare it. But you can see that, yeah, the inside of both is going to just be black enamel. And then we're going to do the vivid colors. And hopefully these colors will pan out. I'm a little nervous about some of these oranges, but, you know, no glory, no whatever, no glory. So that is what is going to be happening. Pickle. I'm saying pickle. Sorry, it is, pickle is just a real mild acid that removes when you're doing soldering. It's here, it's right here. This is, and it's basically just a little hot crock pot with it's a solution of a mild acid mixed with water, and it's better when it's heated up. And so we just, whenever you solder something with a sterling component, or soldering in general, yes, but not dill pickles. This is, I don't know exactly what pickle, actually I've got it right here. I'll find out. Where is our pickle? Pumice powder, no, not, that's boric acid. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's, you could, it's not such a strong acid. I mean, you don't want to stick your fingers in it. Notice I'm using copper tongs to put things in out of the pickle, but it's not like, no, it's a jewelry making thing. So, and I'd bring it over, but it's not that interesting. So, but let's pull our thing out of the pickle. We're in a pickle. Where did I put the tongs? Over here. There we go. There we go. It's looking real good. Here we are. Rinse it off so you can see. Oh, let me not get water. Let me dry it real fast. Probably one more time I'll do it and it'll be ready for enameling. But you can see I've got, look how white it is. This is the fine silver pulled to the front, and this is the process that we're doing right now is called depletion gilding, which means to pull. I mean, this is a solid sterling silver cuff, but we've pulled the molecules of silver to the surface. So yes, liquid solution, and it's an acid, so it cleans up. It removes any gunk, whatever. So we're going to do it one more time, but you can see this one's actually going to be bigger than this one. So you can see, I don't know that you'd want them clinking together, but you can kind of see where we're going with this. So we've got the interior wires here, and then the exterior wires here. Is it thicker too? Oh yeah, it's definitely wider. It's just a little bigger in general. So we've got that. I'm going to go ahead and heat this up one more time, and then we're going to call it a day. So let's do that. Put that right there. And let's move over to the torch can. There we go. Probably the last time. Maybe one more time, but the last time for you guys, because I'm going to do this and we'll call it a day. Where did I put my, oh, and if you don't have one of these clicker things, I love these for the torch starting things. Like remember these things? Oh God, these are the worst. Trying to start a torch with this thing, I just cannot do it. I don't have the manual dexterity. So this thing is just, honestly, boom. I should invest in that company. I love it so much. Go. Let's quench that. And I can think. Put that in there. Now, this is good. See how it is all white? I might do it one more time. I'm going to do it one more time just to get this interior stuff, but it looks really nice. I'm going to throw that in the pickle. Pickle. I don't know why they call it pickle, to be honest. Maybe they made a solution with dill pickle at one point. Alrighty, the question is, we're going to come back over to the workbench. The question is, if you are putting silver foil over the bracelet, well, I just want to make sure that the enamels are going to stick well. It's just mostly just a best practice thing. And also I like to, reticulation or depletion. Yeah. I want to make sure I get a really good adherence of the enamels, and honestly that is it. And you know, even if like there's a little bit on the edge, you know, because there's going to be the glass on the edge like this that is going to be exposed, so it's nice to just do it. You can see it's not that complicated, so if it were really hard, maybe I wouldn't do it. So that is that. Let's go ahead and go to the selfie only camera. So anyway, I think that is it for today. Let me know if you have any questions or anything like that. Please do consider subscribing if you want, or hold on, let me do my video plug, my Vimeo. There you go. Or please subscribe to my Vimeo channel. I just put up a video today all about sifting and washing your enamels. So check it out. So thank you so much, and take care, everybody. Have a great rest of the first day of 2023. It's going to be an interesting year. I can feel it, but good interesting, hopefully. So take care, everybody. Move that out of the way. Goodbye.